I never thought I'd see it with my own eye.
FNAF movie. Hello all you wacky and wonderful people, Ultra here. After 8 long years of waiting, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is finally out. But how does it fare as an actual movie? Well, here are my thoughts with spoilers. Now, as you just heard, be warned, there are spoilers for the movie and all of its references and Easter eggs in this video. To start off, I think most critics will not enjoy this movie at all, as it shows in the Rotten Tomatoes score. But don't listen to the critics. They gave 62% on the Banana Split movie. Don't listen to them. But I think fans will very much eat this movie up and enjoy it for all the little references it has that I will go deep down in. Now, the plot is pretty stable for a FNAF movie. You know, it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's nothing out of the inordinary, but it's really normal for a FNAF movie. The animatronics look really, really cool. They're all practical. There is no CGI used in the film. At least I think so. And the way that they were able to pull off so many things is so cool. And also, the acting with Mike, Josh Hutcherson, and Steve Raglan or William Afton, which is Matthew Lillard, absolutely brilliant. Matthew Lillard really brings back his Stu Macher for this role. Stu Macher from Scream, one of the killers. He really brings that back to have this insane, deranged role as William Afton or Springtrap. With Josh Hutcherson, he just brings a really emotional feel to the role. Of course, he's in a very deep space, or very sad space while watching the movie. He's really not at the best time of his life, and he really brings a really emotional role to the movie. And I think this movie is going to be brilliant as a gateway. Now I'll explain what that means. Is a gateway horror movie for younger audiences. A gateway horror movie is like the first horror movie you would see, and then you get dive deep into the horror movie community, or all horror movies. The FNAF movie really does serve as one of them. It's not really that scary. It's not scary, let's be honest. The FNAF movie wasn't scary, but it had some good jump scares that got me sometimes. I'm looking at you, Balloon Boy. And also, the kills are really good, especially that one kill with Max when the hand comes out of Freddy's mouth and Max gets picked up, bit, not like the bite of 87, not like the head, but bit down the torso, the legs falling to the ground while the body is still in Freddy's head. That's such a good kill, man. But with all good things, they must have little flaws. Now, there is little to no flaws in this movie, coming from a very, very long time fan of the franchise. I don't think there's much flaws to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, but I rewatched it another time this morning, and the one part I'd say is a little bit of the pacing of the movie. Now, I don't want to sound like a critic myself, but the pacing was a little bit weird. But now to the juicy-glucy of this movie here. The cameos, Easter eggs, and references. The first one I can immediately think of is everything to do with Sparky the dog. If you don't know who Sparky the dog is, it was the first FNAF hoax, FNAF 1 hoax. In the parts and service cam, you would be able to see a shadowy figure in the shape like resembling a dog. The fandom called it Sparky the dog, but that was just the way the lighting was. There was never an animatronic there. But Scott remembered that, so he put loads of Sparky references in the movie, like probably the one most people seen. The literal Sparky animatronic on the ground in that arts and service room, I guess? The one with the Freddy Fazbear Saw Trap. But a lot of people didn't pick up was the restaurant where Max, what was his name, Jeff? And Jane went to. And, you know, Matthew Patrick! Matt Pat was in this movie. And also, of course, we got Corey Kenshin. There's a lot of Corey Kenshin in this movie, actually, a good bit. From the scene where Golden Freddy and Abby are in the car with Corey Kenshin, and also the post-credit scene. The post-credit scene has Corey Kenshin in the taxi trying to sleep, where Balloon Boy shows up. Balloon Boy, you scared me once and you never scared me again. You also scared my mom, too. Loads of people actually didn't catch up on this, and I didn't catch it the first time I watched it. It was only the second time I watched it. The Springlock suit that we first seen is Ella. I think their name is Ella the doll from Fazbear Fights 3, the one in the book cover. And I think they done the Springlocks perfectly in this movie. Now, of course, he wasn't squirming around like, ah, ah. Number one, he can't. Just read the Silver Eyes passage about Springlocks, you'll get why. But then even the Silver Eyes passage doesn't even go into this movie. What Matthew Lillard does is he doesn't squirm, he doesn't scream, he stands there, heavy breathing. And there's a good reason for that. He doesn't want to set off more Springlocks. If he squirms, he'll set off more Springlocks. He delayed the inevitable. And I think that was perfect. And from right now, from the top of my head, that's all I can remember of Easter eggs, cameos, and goodies. You can currently see me editing this video right now in DaVinci Resolve, and I remember one of the most important things in this movie. They played the Living Tombstone song in the credits. Oh my god. So alas, that is my spoiler review of the FNAF movie. Wait a second, where were you? So alas, I'm going to give the FNAF movie a 9 out of 10. Don't listen to the critics because they give the Banana Splits movie a 62%. So I'll catch you on the flip side. Ultra, out. Also go watch the FNAF movie!